Thank you. Welcome to the July 5th, 2023 meeting of the Hauppauge Union Free School District Board of Education. This is our yearly reorganizational meeting. Dr. Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Barchet. I'd like to ask everybody to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated.
I'd like to administer the oath to the newly elected members of the board. Can you use the microphone for just? I would like to administer the oath of office to the newly elected members of the Board of Education. Please stand. I state your name. I, Lawrence Crowder, do solemnly swear. Do solemnly swear. I will support the Constitution of the United States. I will support the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the State of New York. And the Constitution of the State of New York. And I faithfully discharge the duties of Board Trustee. I will faithfully discharge the duties of Board Trustees according to the best of my ability. So, Lord, that's my ability. Congratulations. Thank you. The acting district clerk would now call the nominations for the election of the president of the Board of Education. Are there any nominations for president of the Board of Education? Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, we call for the vote on the election of David Barchet as president of the Board of Education. All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Previously. Mr. Barchet, would you kindly stand and take the oath?
I, David Barchet, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of President of the Board of Education according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I will call for nominations for Vice President. Are there any individuals who would like to nominate someone? I will nominate Mr. Scarito. Any others? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote for Vice President. All those in favor of Mr. Scarito? Opposition? Abstentions? Congratulations, Mr. Scarito. The vote there was 5-0-1. Mr. Scarito abstaining.
Please raise your right hand. I, Robert Scarito,
I, Robert Scarito, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of Vice President of the Board of Education according to the best of my ability.
congratulations.
Number 7 on the agenda is the appointment of the district clerk, designating Lori George as district clerk for the school year of 2023-2024. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Dr. Pratt, for Mr. Scarito with the second. Any discussion? All those in favor? 6-0.
Mr. Barchet, since the district clerk is not here, we will administer the oath of office before the end of this month and will be retroactive to July 1 pursuant to the public offices law.
Very good. As to, that's 8A on the agenda. As to 8B, the district clerk should administer the oath of office to the superintendent.
Or I can do it now.
If you could, yeah, as to the superintendent, yes, I'm sorry.
Murphy, please raise your right hand.
I, Dr. Don Murphy, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Superintendent of Schools according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
9 on the agenda is questions and comments on tonight's reorganizational agenda only. Anyone? No? Sure. Actually, 10 through 44 is the consent agenda for the reorg meeting. Are there any of those items, 10 through 44, that members would like to have removed from the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda on the reorg meeting. It's numbers 10 through 44 on the agenda only at this point. Dr. Kraft makes the motion, Mr. Scrito seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Did you vote? Yeah. 6-0. Thank you. I'll take a motion to adjourn the reorganization portion of the meeting. I'll make the motion, Mr. Scrito seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? 6-0. Number 45 is the public hearing for the Code of Conduct, including its first reading. Mr. Tasman, is that part of the public handout?
Yes, it is. It'll be on the website. We had a code of conduct meeting. So, we had our code of conduct meeting, our annual meeting, and there are no substantive changes to the conduct, to the code of conduct.
Thank you. Do any board members have any questions or comments concerning the code of conduct? Do any community members have any questions or comments concerning the code of conduct? With that, I will take a motion to close the public hearing as to the code of conduct and to begin the business portion of the meeting. I will make the motion. Mr. Scrito seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? 6-0. We now move on to the business portion of the meeting. Number 46 is the superintendent update / comments. Dr. Murphy?
Thank you, Mr. Marche. Just very quickly, for those in the audience and those perhaps listening at home, I just wanted to acknowledge and thank the community on behalf of Cabinet and the Board of Education for a tremendous school year, culminating in our end of year moving up ceremonies, and then of course commencement at the high school, which we were able to be outside for. The weather worked in our favor, and it's always just a tremendous opportunity to celebrate our kids as a community. So thank you to the community, as always, for supporting us with the budget and for your attendance at all of those end-of-year events. I know parents had a lot of different emotions going on, and most of all, pride, and joy. So thank you again to the Hauppauge community.
Thank you, Dr. Murphy. Number 47 on the agenda is the adoption of minutes from the business community meeting of June 6, 2023. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Mr. Scrito. Do I have a second? Thank you, Ms. Salvia. Any discussion on those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor? 6-0. Questions and comments? Is that different? Yeah, it does. All right, anyway, 48 is questions and comments concerning tonight's agenda only, and just a reminder, there will be a section at the end of the meeting for comments about the district, or questions about the district in general. 48 is just as to tonight's agenda. Questions as to just tonight's agenda? Very good. 49 through 52 is the consent agenda for our regular meeting. Do any members have items that they'd like to have removed from the regular meeting consent agenda? Items 49 through 52. With that, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda, 49 through 52. Any discussion? Just one thing from me, Dr. Murphy. As to 52 CSE, CPSC recommendations, 504 recommendations, I just want to make sure that we remember, and we've had some turnover in the PPS department, just want to make sure we remember to allow board members some notice if anyone that they are concerned with, or any of their children, I guess. are recommended for anything in any of those agenda items.
Sure.
With that, I'll call a motion. All those in favor? 6-0. Thank you. Yep.
So I want to thank the board for that approval there. As part of that bank of items, number 50, personnel matters on the PAR, we have two of our new teachers in attendance tonight. Nicole and Angeli, will you please stand? Congratulations, the board just approved. We look forward to great days ahead with our kids, and you did such a great job during the interview process, so congratulations.
Yeah. And you've tripled our normal attendance at the meetings, so we thank you for that. That concludes the consent agenda. Item 53 are policies. There are none on tonight's agenda. Discussion matters. There are none on tonight's agenda. New business. Do any board members have new business? Mr. Scarito?
Dr. Murphy, we already made habits, so I apologize if we do. I was noticing in the paper the last couple of months about the spelling bee. Is that something that Hauppauge offers and that we're able to get some of our students in, or is that something just thought it was an interesting thing and it was an amazing thing why we should not be doing it?
So, I'm not sure. I will double check on that. I'm looking at my colleagues here.
It's an
Yeah,
amazing thing to learn, and I think that we should look into it for now.
sounds good. I will look into it and report back to the board.
And then two of
Yes, Mr. Scarito?
And then I want to remind once again, if we can do something about the CPR, the Heimlich maneuver, we touched on that a little bit last year. If we can start incorporating this more, I just think it's such a vital importance to our students and our community.
Yeah, so we have partnered with the fire departments, and they've done some great trainings for our community in addition to work that we've done in the elementary schools and also with our faculty meetings and nurses providing training for our staff. So we're going to continue that next year and years to come.
Right, so Joe, and with our community organizations, HYO for instance, the fire department has been great with volunteering to give free CPR treatment and certificate. So to the extent that we're looking for a resource for that, those guys are usually great. Yeah.
And then,
Mr. Scarito?
yeah, Rebecca, the other thing that I know you had sent out emails, and I apologize, is it the name of the hospital that our students and our families can go to?
Northwell.
You can touch on that, yes.
Yeah, sure. So we're going to continue our partnership with Northwell for next year. It's available to all members of the Hauppauge community. We're also planning on having Northwell present at our August 7th meeting. So I would like to invite the community to come to that they can answer any questions the community might have about the partnership.
Is there a phone number on the website, ma'am, or something like, say, somebody wanted to inquire, and there's a phone number or something, I guess?
Yes, it is listed on the website, and I can always reshare it, but it is on the website under resources under PPS. Yes, through Parent Square. And that's available all summer long for the community.
Okay, I got the email. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Scarito. Any board members have any other new business? New business from administration?
No.
Number 56, questions and comments from the community concerning anything related to the district whatsoever. Would you mind stepping up to the podium? Steve, is the microphone on there?
It is.
Thank you.
I don't normally need a microphone. This concerns the stepping up at Bretton Woods a couple of weeks ago. Kudos to George Gagliardi. Not only do I think he's a great principal, he's just a great guy. Does a good program. George, wherever you are, thank you. Kudos to administration, who I presume at the June cabinet meeting probably split up duties between high school graduation, concerts, athletic awards, stepping up, various things. June's a busy month, and I know exactly what goes on in those cabinet meetings. I've been to a few of them. And kudos to the administrators who took the time to come to this Bretton Woods stepping up. I noticed that the Board of Ed has star billing on the playbill. Bretton Woods stepping up. And not one board member was there. Very, very disappointing. So I guess the message to the parents and taxpayers, the message to the staff who put that program on, the message to the students is, as you mentioned, you got the budget, We got ourselves reelected, who cares? I'm very disappointed. Next year, when some of you are up for reelection, I won't forget that. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Mr. Marek. Just briefly addressing your comments, if I may. I do agree with you that the board has a responsibility to do its best and to certainly appear at commencement ceremonies across the district. All I can say is we do our best, and if we fell short this year, you have my apologies, and it's certainly not a message from this board to Mr. Gagliardi or anyone else that any school or any commencement is more important or less important than any other, and certainly no disrespect to the families of that school was intended. That said, I tend to agree with you that we have an obligation to do our best to appear and be present at all these commencement addresses or commencement ceremonies. So for that, for our failure to appear there, I apologize, and we'll do better in the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any further questions or comments from the community concerning anything related to the district whatsoever? I will take a motion to go back into executive session and to adjourn our meeting. Our next meeting is Tuesday, July 25th, 2023. The purpose of executive session this evening will be continuation of seeking advice from counsel. And with that, I will call the motion for an adjournment. Thank you, Dr. Kraft. Do I have a second? Thank you, Ms. Salvi. Any discussion? All those in favor? We are adjourned. God bless Hauppauge. God bless the United States. Thank you.